Good evening, party people, and welcome back to another episode here on ConcussedCam TV. So we are going to end up picking up off from where we left off on the last video. So to give you a quick recap on where we left off at, I had my second concussion playing flag football at gym class, and then a couple months into my recovery process, I got nailed in the head with a basketball on a half-court shot sitting out at gym class, which reset everything. Then we got drilled in the head on a full courtyard lunch heave of a water bottle, which drilled me in the head as well and reset, the progress I had been making. But now, I just went to the doctors and got finally cleared after 13 months to get back to resume all normal activities, get back to physical contact sports, just really life without caution or like having to have that extra worry. So I get cleared and I immediately start texting my friends that afternoon to run a pickup game of basketball later that night. Just because it had been forever since I was able to go out there and hang out with everyone and actually play. And so I finally get cleared. I'm so excited. We drive the hour back from Hollywood back to where we were at up in Boynton Beach. And so I get home, whatever, make some food up, eat, change, and I packed up the car and went to the court to go shoot around with my friends. And so give it be, and when everyone finally pulled up, had something in my eye there, but everybody finally shows up, so we're ready to play, and we're running 4-on-4, just sticking the half court and just playing our games, whatever. Play a couple of games and a little worn out, a little tired, and switch up the teams a bit. So I end up on a different team than I was before with my other friends, and the one kid we were with was super tall and would just get every damn rebound possible. There is no way. But we'd always try to out-rebound him. He'd either just keep tipping it up to himself until he got it, or whatever he did, he just would always come down with the rebound. And I was still way smaller than everyone else on average to begin with. So I ended up going up for a rebound with him. And on the way back down, our legs got tangled up. And I had no way to break my fall or my balance, and I ended up falling straight fucking back on the outdoor concrete court, dude, and fucking bam, slammed my shit into the ground. Immediately seeing stars, just dizziness, fatigue, and it all came rushing back, dude. I wasn't even cleared for 8 hours and I already ran up another concussion. All that shit I said about, thank you very much for everything, respectfully, I hope to never see you again. Yeah, I had to call his office the next morning and they couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. This was dude, now we're looking at concussion number 3. So I ended up getting a appointment with Dr. Vazekas again at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital all the way up in fucking Hollywood, and we got to restart this whole process all over again. The concussion, man, the headache, just the constant throbbing, just sensitivity to lights and noise and trying to focus, and it just, the whole 9 yards came back raining down on me, which just obviously that was my last year and a month, so I already knew the drill. At this point, I didn't even really need to go see Dr. Physicus, but better to have it on the record and get it like actually diagnosed, although I had all of the same previous symptoms as my previous 2 concussions now at this point. And because we trusted him so much and we liked him very well, he was very informative. He had a great way of explaining things, especially to a younger kid who might not like understand everything that's going on. And we just really loved the care that he was able to provide for us. So like they actually asked us, because they were getting ready to film a new advertisement video or something along those lines for Dr. Physicus and his team, and him being the leading concussion specialist for the youth in the area. So he was highly respected, and we really did, like, I really enjoyed my time there with him, although, like, you know, like, I didn't want to be there. It was at least manageable because of him, and he did a great job. So we ended up filming this video. I might throw in a slight clip of it just so you can see actually how small I was. And I don't know, man, I totally forgot about this, but it's out there. It's on YouTube. Years and years and years ago. You got a little ass baby Cam out here promoting Dr. Physicus. It kind of showed some of the techniques we do just to kind of see where I stand, and you know, I kind of just talked about the concussions and how I was feeling then at the time, and like my concerns, and then just kind of how we tackle this situation time and time again, because every concussion is different. There's not one specific way for it to be treated, and each one's a different severity. So it's like, it depends on how hard you hit your head, where you hit your head at, and obviously now for me, it's already having several concussions. It's just easy. And he sat me down and told me this. He's like, man, you really got to start being careful, because he's like, this shit is like, it's not a joke, because like it's your brain. He's like, you need that. He's like, you have to protect that. You have to, you know, be safe about it. He's like, you can't just keep running up these concussions, especially because my brain's not fully developed yet. So for me to keep rattling it around hard as hell inside my head is not a good thing for me to be doing. So anyways, it was months and months and months again of just consistent headaches, and the consistent headache was always there. It's just a matter of what would trigger the headache to intensify. Because I could almost tolerate it like a just normal headache, because I was used to it at this point. It was always there. I was just really getting to a point where they weren't there anymore, and there was like maybe every couple days I'd get a small migraine for a couple hours. And now it was just every day, all day, 24/7, just head hurt. And nothing would make it any better. Shit would only make it worse. So it's very tough. You can tell, you can just tell when it intensified. I'd be sitting there just holding my head, or just like hand down in my palm, just not doing okay, really going through it, especially with school, trying to focus, trying to do work, trying to read the problems even so I can answer the questions. It's just the focus and the trying to lock in. We could not lock in. We could not lock in for shit, dude. We couldn't lock in for anything. It didn't matter what it was, because I couldn't even go home and play like Call of Duty with the boys after school. You know, if I even went to school, you know, you'd think I'd be sitting at home doing whatever the fuck I want all day. Nah, I was in bed, either just like soothing music playing, just trying to get me to relax and in a good mental state to fall asleep or try and even forget about it. But it was nothing crazy or really exotic that I did or tried. I know this video's a bit shorter than the others, but honestly, the way I see it is I don't need to be out here doing a 40-minute video every time just discussing the same symptoms over and over and over again. It's really just a story of how the concussions just keep happening and just the unfortunate ways it keeps like coming to be, because I got cleared the same day, and then that night I just whacked my head conveniently hard as fuck on some concrete and right back in the same boat we just got out of, man. So it's really not a fun cycle, but thankfully, like I said, I didn't need to really go get myself diagnosed because I had all the symptoms. I knew what I was dealing with at this point, and just the way I felt, and just every last detail of it, I was like, yeah, this is a concussion. And it was almost unbelievable. I couldn't believe it at first myself. I'm like, dude, it ain't even been 6 hours. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's ConcussedCam, man, and what else needs to be said? Just one of a kind out here. So, yeah. With all of that being said, that is going to wrap up ConcussedCam 3. If you enjoyed, give the video a fat thumbs up, drop a comment down below, or sub to the channel to continue getting crossed here with Cam. CCTV, blacking out, bam.